Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the TMNT2 Super Shredder from NECA Toys. First thing I have to just mention right off the bat, I love this packaging. It is made to resemble the original VHS for this movie, which of course I had as a kid. I think the cover of mine was a little different. I believe this is the original movie poster. Mine had like a number 2 where like the turtles were kind of stepping out of it. It was all white. That was the VHS that I had. But either way, I absolutely love this. You can see on the side, they have the little box art with the name of the movie here. I think they did such a fantastic job with this. And then on the back here, you can see the scene from the movie that he's featured in. Honestly, Super Shredder's not in the movie that long. Like, the Shredder is, but he only becomes Super Shredder for maybe the last 5 to 10 minutes. And they don't even really fight him. He kind of breaks the dock. Well, spoilers, I don't... In case you haven't seen this movie, that's over 20 years old. Actually, I guess almost 30 years at this point, right? Because they just hit the 30th anniversary for the first movie. That was 90. Wow, time really flies and I feel old. In any case, packaging, absolutely beautiful. Go ahead, you have a little Velcro thing here to open it up. And you can just see Super Shredder there in all his glory. I mean, he is a big boy. This is definitely not your average size figure. I would say he's probably at least 8 inches tall. Maybe slightly taller with the crest of his helmet there. So once we get him open, we'll take a look. But he looks absolutely fantastic. I'm so excited for this figure. I'm very, very excited to get this guy open. So without further ado, let me get him out of the box so we can take a closer look. So just, wow. He looks fantastic. He's huge, by the way. Real quick for a size comparison, here is NECA Movie Leo. And you can see he comes up to about his shoulders, maybe a little below the shoulder. So that's crazy. They did such a good job. I mean, he is definitely massive. The shading on all the like muscles and the abs and everything, I think look really good. The only thing that I would complain about, you can see he's a little, not loose. It's just kind of the way the joints are. You can, put him in whatever pose you want and he'll hold it. But it is just like a little jiggly. It's just kind of the way the joints work. Again, it doesn't mean he's floppy. None of his joints are loose. It's just kind of the way they're built, if that makes sense. But I mean, just looking at all the detail, I mean, the kind of blackwash they did on all the chrome and everything, it's just so crazy beautiful. The cape, I mean, look how it kind of shines on the back. It's a very kind of soft cloth. You can kind of put it back. You can kind of bring it around if you want to try to... You can't fully bring it around him, but you can bring it around fairly decently. It's a really nice cape. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I can't get over it. It just... it looks so good. They did such a nice job on this. So let's zoom in here quick so we can take a look at the face and the helmet. You can see the eyes through the helmet, which, I don't know. If you look too long enough, I feel like it looks a little goofy. Not that they did anything wrong. It's just, I feel like in the movie they should have just had like white eyes, fully white eyes. I just think it would have looked cooler. But the head can move from side to side, rock a little bit forward and back. There's kind of a joint here at the base of the neck, and then I think the head is also at the base of the skull. So you should have 2 joints there for movement. I think the shoulders go out farther than this. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I couldn't get them out farther earlier, but I have it going out farther there. So you have a typical hinge there in the shoulders. Of course, it can rotate as well. Now, he doesn't have a typical bicep swivel. I just invented a new word there, bi-swivel. But in any case, he doesn't have a typical bicep swivel right where he normally would. But down here at the elbow, you have double jointed elbows. So you can see like that. And then I think this swivels as well. Yeah, this swivels at the elbow. So you get the same swivel, it's just a little bit further down. But I do really like the double jointed elbow, and it's really nice and fluid. I think because these joints are a little bigger, because of how big he is in general, they all move really nice. And then you have the swivel here in the wrist, and you have a bend in the wrist as well. You also have a swivel at the like forearm guard. So basically where the gauntlet is, I guess that's the word I would use, the gauntlet. So you have a swivel there as well. So that's a ton of articulation in the arm, which I really appreciate. Let me move this down like this. Now, as you can see, he comes with 2 closed fists in the box. He also has 2 open hands. And you can see how, like, weathered they look. Really nice texturing. I mean, that's crazy. Like, it almost looks like a zombie or something like that, just the way. I guess it's because he's so augmented that they're kind of stretched, but really nice detail there. And, of course, they all have the wrist joint. You just pop the one hand out and pop the new one in. So he has 2 open hands like that. You also have 2 kind of closed gripping fists, and you can see there's some plasticky, I guess, I don't know what that is. That's not hair, that's like plastic string from inside the box. But anyway, he has some smaller gripping hands because he has a crazy spear we'll get to in a minute. And then he's got a larger open gripping hand because he comes with this TGRI canister, and then this one's a little bit bigger so that it fits in there perfectly so that he can grab a hold of that canister. That looks perfect. Really, really well done with that. So wanted to show those off. Back to the articulation. He has a swivel here in the torso, right below the pectorals, and then he's got kind of an ab crunch at the waist. He's got a nice hinge and rotation in the hip. Really nice out to the side. Not really so much forward and back just because of how big he is, but you have a nice rotation like that if you need to, you know, have a wide stance, something like that. Again, you have double jointed knees. Really nice joints for the double jointed knees. And then does he have a boot swivel much like... Oh, it looks like he's got a swivel there above the knee, so you can swivel there. I believe that's intentional. I'm not breaking this thing. Yeah, it should be. There you go. This one's a little tight. But yeah, so you have a swivel there. I don't think you have a swivel at the boot. I don't think so. At least it doesn't seem to want to move. Yeah, I don't think so. And then, of course, you have a tilt here in the ankle, and then you have a, I guess, swivel there at the ankle as well. So I also love his giant, like, his giant flip-flops, for lack of a better term. I'm sure it's accurate to the character. It just makes me laugh. I never, because he's only in the movie for a couple minutes, so you don't really notice his footwear. But I'm sure they had to really study the character model to make the toys. So it's just one of those things. Never realized he was rocking sandals before. But yeah, he looks amazing. I really, really can't get over how good he looks. The only other thing I haven't shown off yet is this giant spear. It is quite massive. Really just about as tall, a little slightly taller than he is. Just slightly. So of course he has the smaller gripping hands for this. They're pretty tight. I'm sure I can get this in here. But there we go. Just kind of roll it in like that. That actually worked. So you can see very nice tight grip of the staff. No problems there whatsoever. I think I kind of want him to hold the ooze. Let's see how difficult this is going to be to pop out the one hand. It's just there's no good place to grab because he's so spiky. That's the only problem with this guy. I'm trying to pull out the hand, but there's no good place to grab. Is this happening? There we go. Okay. Let's grab the canister hand. Come on now. There we go. I believe that's in. There we go. Okay, so we'll give him the canister. Perfect. And then, like I said, the cape, very nice. You can kind of move it around a little bit, like if you would need to pull it over to the side. Mine moves a little bit back and forth, but make sure he's not standing on it. But I mean, come on, that looks absolutely fantastic. I can't get over how well they did. It's just such a cool figure. I'm trying to think, what would I complain about? I mean, like I said, the only thing I can even think to complain about, and it's such a minor nitpick, is the way that, the torso is a little loose. But I really don't think it's going to, like, I'm trying to see, does it, I don't think, no, I guess it does move a little bit side to side. Okay, so it's got a side to side and an ab crunch. But I love it. I do. I really, really like this figure quite a bit. Like I said, it's a little bit of a bummer that that's loose, but I don't think it's going to break. I don't think it's going anywhere. And he just looks absolutely fantastic. Just find a good pose. Get this cape to work for him. There we go. He's good to go. I mean, they did such a great job with this. Love the figure. Love the packaging. NECA really knocks it out of the park when it comes to packaging. I really can't complain. So, and again, just the size, the sheer size compared to Leo and the other four turtles, it's crazy. It's so crazy. So, I love it. I love this figure. I believe he's going to be available at Walmart's. I got mine. NECA put it up for pre-order for a time. I think it was $29.99 compared to the others that are usually like a 2-pack for $50. So really not too much more expensive. I think he's 30. I can't remember now if he's 30 or 40. I honestly don't remember. I knew I had to have it, so I got to be honest. I pre-ordered it so fast I didn't want to run out. Actually, he might not have even been a pre-order. He might have just been, we have some, we're throwing them up. So I got mine from the NECA website regardless, but I don't think what they've been doing recently is having pre-orders. You have a week, go get your pre-order in, and then they'll send it to you. This guy, I think, was, we have a decent amount, we're going to throw them up on the website kind of a deal. But if you missed that, you could keep checking their website. I don't know if they'll get more. Otherwise, keep checking your local Walmarts, because that's where the whole movie line is exclusive to Walmart now when it's not on their website. So, fantastic figure. Like I said, I absolutely love it. I recommend picking one up. If you're a fan of TMNT like I am, especially the movies, I think this guy is a must grab. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.